Hey, comic book fans, welcome to Comic Book Corner 2.0. That's right, guys, the comic book channel that just reviews all kinds of comic books. And you're with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you another comic book review. But before we get started, I just wanted to share you guys a little bit of updates. I have my Twitter is updated now with all the 2.0 information on it. Also, my Facebook is also updated. They're actually kept the same. I didn't start new Facebooks or new Twitters. They're actually the same. It just has the actual new logo and banners up there to represent the change to the channel. So if you're already a follower on both things, then you're all set. If you're not, I'm going to leave the links below and you guys can click on them and it'll take you right to my Twitter and Facebook, and you guys can follow and send tweets and all that other nonsense. So, and one other update is, or one other thing is, I apologize for no introduction or added pictures for this particular review, and also for ink reviews maybe being a little bit later as well. I was away all weekend with the family on a little trip, and also my work schedule has changed about 3 or 4 different times, so it's interfered with my reviewing plans for the week. So I wanted to get this review in. Look for ink reviews. If they're not up today, they will definitely be up tomorrow. Okay, so enough with all that. We will jump into today's review, and today's review is Robin Hood versus Red Riding Hood. That's right, guys. This is a one-shot book. If you guys are a fan of Robin Hood, which I became a big fan of in their series that Patrick Shan wrote, it was a great book. I actually never got around to reading Red Riding Hood, but these two meet together face to face and do some extreme battling with each other. This book again is written by Patrick Shan, and the art is done by David Cutler and J.G. Miranda. Patrick Shan's a really nice guy. He watches Dark Avenger Inc.'s reviews on his books, and also my reviews on his books as well. And he's a great person. He really puts that feedback into there and really values our opinions in his books. And I am here to recommend Zenescope's books because they're really great titles. They have these provocative covers. It's kind of like their niche to get you to look at the book because there are extremely great covers, but when you open up the inside, it's not what it's about. It's not about TNA. It's about these great stories of fairy tales, and this one has to do with Robin Hood and Red Riding Hood. Okay, so in the actual book, which again I love the colors in this book too because it kind of represents a fairy tale. It's got this classic feel to it. But the book does a great description of just introducing your characters. Brittany is the main character of Riding Hood. Her name is Brittany Waters, and she just goes after people that I guess are just killing innocent life. And she found out that Robyn, which is I guess her nickname now is Willow to stay low. She found out, she did a lot of research, that she killed a lot of innocent lives in her eyes. But if you read Robin Hood the series, you actually found out that she had a motive between it. So she makes it like a vendetta. She makes it go out, and she goes and she is going to find Robyn at all cost. Then the book goes into a nice little description about Robyn, where she came from, what she's about, and eventually what happens is these two ladies meet. And for most of this book, you're going to find that they do some extreme battling. Now the price of this book is $5.99, which is a little pricey, but you do get a double-sized issue from your standard comic book, which is pretty cool. The book's got some nice humor thrown into there, and the humor is from Robyn herself. She goes into a crazy cat lady's house. She hides in there to try to cover herself from Riding Hood, and it was pretty well done. Nice pages here. You can see a real great battle scene between the two. But again, a lot of it's a lot of action with them battling each other. And here's a little spoiler in here, but you're going to have to read this issue to find out. Here's some great artwork right here of an arrow piercing into her kneecap. But the one thing that I didn't know about Riding Hood is that when she gets pissed off, almost like the Hulk, what happens is she changes into a werewolf creature. And you're like, dude, what is up with that? She's a freaking werewolf creature. That's badass. And they start battling each other. And you'll have to see the end to see what happens between the two. But this is a good book that describes two characters that had their own series and put them together in one. And then what happens is it's going to introduce you to the follow-up to the last miniseries, which is called Robyn Hood Wanted, and it's going to start in May 2013. So a lot of people like the Robyn Hood series, so Patrick Shan's brought back another series for her. And then there's a couple other ones, which is called, if you're a fan of the Wonderland series, it's called Down the Rabbit Hole, and there's another one called Unleashed. So there's all kinds of cool series that are coming out for Zenescope, and then here's the other one called Hunters the Shadowlands. So they're really introducing a ton of stuff, and here's one more called Werewolves. So there's lots of great stuff that's coming out for Zenescope, and if you're a fan of the Robyn Hood series, you're going to enjoy this. This book was quite entertaining. The story may have not been like the deepest story I ever heard, but however, it was very, very entertaining with lots of action and great humor, and I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 stars. It was definitely an entertaining read. If you like these two characters, you're going to get a laugh out of it, and you're going to get lots of action. So guys, my recommendation is go out and buy this issue, and that's all I have from you today. And so as always, guys, thank you for watching 2.0, and this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off, and look for Comic Book Countdown tomorrow, guys. Alright, so take care, and I'll see you real soon. This is Spider Slayer out.